Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge question for every aspiring doctor out there. Is it really possible to crack the NEET exam in just 6 months? We've boiled down a really powerful strategy, and we're going to lay out the exact roadmap for you. Let's get right into it.
So let's just start with the one question that's probably been keeping you up at night. Is this even possible? Can someone really go from wherever they are today to landing a government medical seat in just half a year?
And the answer from our source material is a resounding yes. It is absolutely possible. Now, this isn't about giving you false hope, okay? This is about a concrete, workable strategy. Getting that seat in 6 months isn't some far-off dream. It's totally achievable if you follow the right plan.
Okay, so before we get into the nitty-gritty of what to study and how to study it, we need to talk about something even more fundamental. This is your foundation. This is the non-negotiable first step on this whole journey.
Think about it like this. Starting today, you have approximately 180 days. That's it. That's your window of opportunity.
And for every single one of those 180 days, there is one number you have to live by: 6. A minimum of 6 hours of dedicated self-study. And let's be clear, this isn't counting your lectures or coaching. This is your time, with your books, completely focused on your future.
Look, the source puts it really bluntly, and it's meant to be a wake-up call. This commitment, it's everything. It's a short, intense period of sacrifice for a reward that lasts a lifetime. Honestly, it's the bare minimum requirement to turn this dream into a reality. So, you're ready to make that 6-hour commitment? Awesome. Now let's talk about how to translate that time and energy into a real plan that actually works. The strategy we've distilled has 2 main phases, and it's all about building a foundation that won't crack under pressure.
Okay, phase 1. This is about building your core understanding, and it's the same for physics, chemistry, and biology. The key here is watching detailed lectures. Seriously, avoid those short, one-shot summary videos for now. You need depth. You can watch them at 1.5x or 2x speed to be efficient, but don't skip the details. Then, right after, you have to master the questions from the lecture and all the previous year questions. This is your bedrock. Everything else is built on top of this.
Now, only after you've built that solid foundation with lectures and previous year questions, then you can move on to mastering the NCERT textbooks. But here's where the strategy gets really smart. You don't approach every subject the same way. This is what I love about this plan. It's so targeted. For physics, you can be like a surgeon, be precise, focus on the summaries, the blue boxes, and the solved examples. But for chemistry and biology, it's a completely different game. You're going for total immersion. You read the entire textbook, you do every single exercise, and you master the exemplar completely. This is how you maximize your time and effort where it counts the most.
Okay, so you've got the commitment, you've got the plan. You're all set, right? Well, almost. We need to talk about what the next 180 days will actually feel like, because it is not going to be a simple, straight line. Understanding the real nature of this journey is, well, it's critical. I think most of us, when we start something big, we imagine our progress is going to look like this. We put in the work, and our scores just climb and climb and climb, nice and steady, until we hit our goal. It's a beautiful thought, but it's a fantasy. The truth, according to the source, is that the real path is a whole lot messier. It's more like a roller coaster. There are going to be highs, and there are definitely going to be lows. It's not about trying to avoid the dips. It's about knowing they're part of the process and pushing through them.
And this really breaks down that emotional roller coaster you're about to get on. You'll hit a plateau where you're working your tail off, but your scores aren't budging. It's frustrating. Then you'll have a setback that feels devastating, like all your hard work just vanished. But knowing these stages are normal is what will keep you going, because that incredible breakthrough is usually waiting just on the other side of that struggle.
All right, finally, let's talk about the Mool Mantra, the core secret that, according to our source, is the biggest difference between the toppers and everyone else. This is the ultimate key to getting selected.
The idea is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. And it actually goes against what a lot of students think they should be doing. The secret is not about quantity. It's not about solving 10 different books. It's about depth. It's about taking a smaller, high-quality set of questions and absolutely mastering them through repetition. Let's look at the difference here. If you solve 1,000 questions just one time, you're really just pattern matching. You can only answer a question if you've seen that exact type before. But mastering 300 questions by doing them 3 times, that's different. That's about actually internalizing the concepts.
That's how you build real, flexible problem-solving skills.
And this technique is the answer to that fear we all have. But what if a totally new type of question shows up on the exam? The confidence to tackle something you've never seen before doesn't come from seeing thousands of problems. It comes from deeply, deeply understanding the principles behind a few hundred.
So there you have it. The roadmap is clear. The commitment, the plan, the right mindset, and the ultimate secret to selection. It's all right here for you. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Your 180 days start this very moment. So, what's the very first thing you're going to do?